That is the strangest contrail I've ever seen. It makes a big S. Like, is the guy lost or what? The hell? Why would he make a contrail like that? That is bizarre. It's like he doesn't know where he's going. Well, that's a little strange. I'll be damned, look at that. That is not grown there. What's this big one? No, it's not grown there either. These have all been... That is really odd. Yeah, look at that. Huh. Bizarre. None of these, every single one of these was put here. Wow. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I put it clean of them. Huh. Why would somebody do that? Woo! That is really weird. I mean, this one, look at that, is not grown there, and like, it's pretty heavy. It's got to be, good grief, at least 30 feet. I mean, these smaller ones, a person could do it, but that one would be problematic. Very, very weird. Here's another arrangement right here. Is that one? That one and this one. And look. They didn't grow there. They were placed there. They've all been leaned up against this main tree. Woo! This is like some kind of Sasquatch wallow. There's an X over there. All right, so I found a bona fide Sasquatch structure.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about 12. I was looking and I saw there's like 12 or 13 like dead small saplings, and they're all leaned up against this one tree, and one of them like is probably over 30 feet tall.
Wow.
I'll have to go show you. You got to come down and see it.
I will after this throw. I thought I had to go in after Luna because she was after the bobber.
She went after the bobber?
Yeah, if it moves around, she gets excited.
Because she knows there's a fish.
And she was going out, and I was like going, I had to bring the bobber back in and call her back. I was really worried about her. I thought I had to go in after her. Oh.
No, I finally found like a pretty impressive Sasquatch structure. I can't imagine a person making it.
Wow.
And it's not natural. The trees are not, like, you can pull the trees up. They're not rooted in place. They were placed there.
Yeah.
So this is where I first saw it. You see the...
Yeah. But they're all in one direction.
I know, but come over and look at them. They did not grow there. They were put there. That's what's crazy about it. Every single one of those, you can pick them up. There's no root. No root ball. Isn't that weird? That's weird, right?
Let me make a determination first.
I mean, there's these ones, and then on the other side, there's 3 leaned up against one tree. But like this tree, that did not grow there. None of these. Every single one of these, you can pick them up, and they're just placed there on the ground.
Well, I certainly can't pick them up.
Huh?
I certainly can't pick them up.
No, I mean, look how tall they are. This one right here, I picked it up. But I mean, it's got to be a good 30 feet. A good 30 feet. So we have something to talk about.
Yes, we do. Believe it or not, I cannot believe that you found something that you've been talking about and going on and on and on and on, and you finally found it. And it impressed me, no less, which is really hard to do.
They were all placed there, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
And that one,
Really weird.
2 or 3 of them were over 30 feet tall. Like, that would have been quite... And not
It
this...
would have been hard, especially if it was new, you know,
Right.
like hard to set it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible for a person to do it, but like, if I was to do that, that'd be difficult. You know?
Yeah.
And it's definitely some kind of sign marker.
It would be aggravating to move 30 or 40 foot long, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing going on with the contrails.
Oh, just stop.
You saw that one that made the big S this morning.
No, actually, I didn't look at it.
Well, I documented
because that's
it.
another thing you're talking about. Contrail.
Well, look at the contrails.
Well, so what?
That's all right. I documented the S this morning, which is pretty bizarre. There's no reason for a plane to make a giant S curve.
Maybe it was just a mistake that you misunderstood. There was like 2 contrails put together.
No, I could see the plane doing the big
Well,
curve.
I saw that. Yeah, where they turn.
No, this thing made like a big S. It wasn't just making a turn. Like, it made a big turn in one direction and then made a big turn, corrected itself, made a big turn back in the other direction.
Hijacked?
Made no sense. And then right underneath of it, I find the Sasquatch stick structure. I am pretty pleased with that.
I am not impressed with the contrail.
No, I'm talking about well, let's focus on the stick structure then, because it's hard to impress you. The stick structure was impressive, wasn't it?
Well, it was definitely odd, and normally I don't find them odd at all. But yeah, it was different for sure.
No, it was placed there. Those did not grow there, and all of them were like dead and debarked, and they were all leaning in the same direction, pretty much. Well, except on the back side, there was a couple different ones, but that initial structure had, I think, 13 little trees in it. And then there was like 3 on the back side, 3 bigger ones on a different tree.
Little dog is hot.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Nothing.
I got all the windows down.
I know. Get to a pond, I guess.
We just came from a pond.
Get to another pond?
We were just at a pond like 3 minutes ago.
If we come to a stream, I'll dunk them in the water.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's a stream up here.
Oh, I was so scared when Luna was
swimming out there?
Swimming out after the bobber.
She go a long ways out?
Yeah, she was kind of going a long ways out, so it's like I was scared that she was going to sink. Because she does it so frantically, you know?
But she didn't, huh?
She did not. She did good.
She's quite athletic.
She is. She's quite attracted to fishing.
Oh my God, both her and Flash love it when you fish.
Oh, I know, they go crazy.
They just sit on the bank and dote, waiting for you to catch a fish for them.
Watch the bobber, you know?
Yeah.
Wait for the fish to flap around.
Flash will look at the bobber, then he'll look at you, then he'll look at the bobber. So what do you think that stick structure means? Clearly,
I have no idea.
A Sasquatch constructed it for a reason. Like, I don't think a person constructed that.
Well, I don't think a person would either, because that would be an incredible waste of a time.
Yep. And it's in an area where almost nobody would ever see it. No. Even the people that walk through there probably wouldn't notice that, might not notice that.
The only thing that we could say about it is that it isn't it's close to that not a boggy area. It's just
Well, it's
by
right
the
next,
lake.
right next to that lake.
Yeah, it's right next
It's right
to
on the
lake.
shore of that lake.
But there was a bunch of fallen trees in the water at that end.
Yeah, there was. No, I find that very odd because it would be, like you said, it'd be a waste of time. It'd be very difficult for a person to construct that. And what would be the point? Why would you do that way off in the willy wags where maybe, you know, one person a year sees it or something?
Here's the theory that the water rose. Those trees are up there. The water rose and it rotted, killed them, and then they were. Wow, that still doesn't make sense.
No, because it would have rotted all the trees around it.
Because I mean, I was thinking it could be hung up. Well, no, it could make sense. The branches, the fine branches, got hung up in the taller trees, and then when it rotted out, it just comes closer to the...
And then a unicorn came by and farted rainbows.
There's got to be a reason. Come
Yeah,
on.
the reason is that a Sasquatch did
You don't know that. You don't know that.
That's my working theory.
I know.
Because something here's how I get to that logic.
Is it logic, first of all?
Okay, but look, we both agree something constructed that arrangement. That is not a natural arrangement.
I did not say that somebody constructed it, but I did say it was odd.
Okay, well, I'm going the
Very
next
odd.
step. I'm saying that something constructed that. Every one of those trees was moved into place and positioned all at pretty much the same angle.
Okay.
And there's like 13 of them there. So I mean, that's not a coincidence. That's with intent. Now the only question in my mind is, what did it? Well, a bear didn't do it. A person could have done it. Like, we were there. There obviously are a few people that go in there once in a great while to fish or whatever, but like, it's pretty remote here.
Now,
The whole time we were
not
parked there, we didn't...
There's easier things to get into
Right.
for fishing.
So if a person did it, it would be a lot of effort, take a lot of time.
Can we go to Perry Pond?
Yeah, and it would take a lot of physical strength to do it. And then what would be the point? What would be the incentive to do such a thing? Because it's so cryptic that a lot of people could walk through there and see it and just think it was a bunch of like, I looked at it, and because my mind is thinking Sasquatch, I go, you know, that's kind of odd. And I thought, I'm wondering if those trees grew there or not. And I went over and I started pulling them up. Every single one of them had been placed there. They didn't have, there was no root structure under those branches. So my next leap of logic is that if it wasn't a person that did it, then it would be a Sasquatch. That's consistent with the type of stuff that Sasquatch does. We know there's Sasquatch up here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that we're not struggling with, are they real or not? We know they're real. We know they're here. We know they push trees over. They can manipulate rocks. So my thought process is that's a Sasquatch structure. The only question I have is, what does it mean? Like, I would think it has to mean something. They wouldn't just... Is he just twiddling his thumbs? He's just bored one day and sticks a bunch of sticks in the ground?
I don't know. Maybe. You can turn here. Right?
What's that?
Never mind. I said you could turn there.
Oh, was that... We're going back? Oh, yeah, we're going back to...
Berry Pond.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I am super ecstatic about that. And you know, something else is kind of weird is I had like a little voice telling me to walk down that. Because I already walked halfway down that trail and came back.
Did you actually hear a voice, or it was
Well, no,
just
it was like there was like an intuitive sense, like, hey, you need to go. And I was like, because we've walked a lot today, I was kind of tired.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to walk down there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to walk down there and
you did. That's really good of you, though.
Yeah, and I walked down there, and that's what I found.
Yeah, it was good of you to take me to the pond since I'd been so well behaved earlier in the hike.
I'm gonna edit all that out. The cussing and the tree shaking.
Yeah. Like a silverback, man. I was taking trees.
If I'd had a clip of just you shaking the trees and every cuss that you had, it would just be like...
Well, I wore flip-flops. I wore the wrong pants and wrong shoes. I was getting caught in sticks, and I was not happy, and I was walking through poison ivy, which I'm extremely allergic to.
It would just be a minute of you cussing.
And I only did it for you, sweetheart, because of your trail cam.
No, you did it for the Sasquatch.
No, I did it for you.
We're in there trying to attract the attention.
I can attract them at the pond. Fishing. I can do that.
Well, I also got trail camera photos. And something manipulated my trail camera.
That was a bear.
Could it be a Sasquatch?
Not likely.
could be a Sasquatch. No, it's unlikely, but they have been known to manipulate trail cameras so that they won't be able to take pictures of them.
Well, I'm sure that they can, but I think that thing was a bear, because especially since there was a scratch above.
Well, it could be a Sasquatch could have clawed the tree. That might be a Sasquatch rubbing tree, back scratching tree.
Oh.
Been used for generations, passed down.
I don't like your creative mind.
Yeah. It's an ancient Sasquatch back scratching tree.
You might as well say they're riding unicycles and, you know,
All right, I may be stretching that,
playing kazoos.
but that other thing that we found back there was genuinely odd. That was oddness.
No, that was more odd. I'll give you that.